A message to Lightworkers, May 9, 2017. By Carolyn, Oceana Ryan. The latest guidance from the Ascended Masters, Galactics, Earth Elementals, Fairy Elders, Angels, and Archangels known as the Collective. Greetings, Masters of Light and Manifestation. We are pleased to have this chance to speak with you again today. And we would say, looking out over the tremendous waves of higher energy created by your focus, and higher intent, and the beauty of your desire to live as your higher selves, that much is coming to pass now that, without your utter dedication to your soul mission, and ascension path, could never otherwise occur. We speak not only of the day-to-day goings-on, of your connections to others, in which you expend energy and focus in order to understand the life paths of others, blessing and believing in them, even when you do not feel to blend easily with their interests or life energies. We speak of your strength of higher will, an earth expression of divine will, in demanding the rights of all those around you, even when your own rights seem not to be endangered, be it for peace, education, medicine, or abundance, and myriad other areas that are each person's natural birthright. And we speak of the miracle of these waves of higher light, coming into the planet now in ever-increasing levels, and lifting the tides and currents you live in. You are all, each in your own way, anchoring and planting those light vibrations, and their sacred geometries deep into Earth's body, to raise not only the vibration of outer Earth structures and experiences, but the very feeling and essence of being human. You are increasingly aware that, as you know, very little of the world presented to you in your media, and other forms of social control, is as it appears. There are those in higher government who, as a beloved white knight reported recently, appear smiling and in control, who are in fact experiencing very depths of horror at their own actions, and actions they have contributed to, while upholding the dark power structure to which they pled their allegiance long ago. These actions and intentions are lit up for them now, more brightly than they can bear, in the brilliance of the light data now pouring onto Earth, and into the consciousness of all those with the courage to live in these times. There are also seemingly unremarkable moments, such as several speeches made recently by a former president, who is also a white knight of the Ashtar Command, in which he referenced not so much his own abilities and accomplishments, but the increasing sense of self-empowerment and co-creative ability that so many are realizing now as part of their day-to-day existence. This is intentional, both the inner revelations of what stands in this new light that carries powerful fifth-dimensional properties, and the coming outer revelations, which are the outpicturing of what many millions are now realizing inwardly. We speak of revelations that come first as illusion that dissolves, leaving only the truth in its wake, however shocking that may be for some. And we speak of the outer moments that result when the many millions around the planet who have cried out for equality, justice, peace, and an abundant life, call and command forth that which they know already exists, and exists for all. For how could you dream of such a thing as full disclosure of a galactic presence that is all around you, and of which you are a part, if it were not capable of being real? You have been taught that the visions of your inner heart-mind, the dreams of night, and the visualizing of the day, are both ephemeral, with little to commend them to reality, or what has been termed the physical universe. And yet, a few scientists, and many artists, have always understood that there is no such thing as a purely physical universe. They, and you, have seen that there is no separation between what you believe, and natural breathe out as your expectation, and belief, and that which eventually shows up in your visible reality. We would perhaps sound premature to say that the human race can no longer be fooled in the way it has been for thousands of years, and yet, that is the great wave of energy flowing through Earth, and Earth consciousness at this time. That is the image you are all holding, to varying degrees, in your heart minds, whether you prefer that image be there, or not, and the vast majority do prefer an inspiring vision, and the co-creative power it holds, over the despair you have been taught is your only course in life. If you do not yet feel that your inner intuitive sight is strong enough to read through the false outer pretenses of what you are being shown, whether it is an election in France, or military action in North Korea, or irresponsible statements and legislation being pushed forward in the United States, that is no reason to lose hope in the reality, the power of the vision you hold, for Nasara's full enactment, and the disclosure of the galactic nature of Earth's existence. Press forward, and require the confidence of that vision come to you, straight from your higher self, and the higher realms. Remember the words of the great poet, Percy Bysshe Shelley in The Mask of Anarchy, who in a timeless way encapsulates the irony, and yet also, the beauty, the reality, of the majority breaking free of the reign of the few. He speaks of England, yet we speak of Earth, in all her burgeoning glory. What is freedom? Ye can tell. That which slavery is too well. For its very name has grown to an echo of your own. Let a vast assembly be, and with great solemnity declare with measured words, that ye are, as God has made ye, free. The old laws of England, they whose reverend heads with age are grey, children of a wiser day, and whose solemn voice must be thine own echo, liberty. Rise, like lions after slumber, in unvanquishable number. Shake your chains to earth like dew, which in sleep had fallen on you. Ye are many, they are few. They are indeed few, these self-proclaimed leaders who fail to step forward to face the anger of those they claim to represent. For you are seeing citizens now who have found their voice, who are infuriated to see human life spent, or gambled on so lightly, whether it is a new war, or austerity measures, or loss of health care that is being put forward as the only solution. We will tell you the solution, for you have already created it. It is that complete freedom which an earlier era of enlightenment, in the 17th century, was meant to carry out, and which endeavored to do so, but which in time fell captive to the same philosophies and political structures that had imprisoned so many for so long, simply put this time, under a new name. Thank those who went before you, who gave their physical lives, and committed their soul missions to create the freedoms and equalities that you have yet to fully grasp, but which they powerfully named and commanded forth. Thank Saint Germain, and those of the higher realms, whose efforts were so clear and determined. Some of you are amongst those who lived then, and have returned now, to make clear the path to a whole planet's freedom, not only that of your own country. Thank those who made a stand to proclaim their divinity, no matter what it cost them on the earth. And thank yourself for having the courage to come forward at this crucial time, this new Atlantean moment, when you are, and shall continue, to shake your chains to earth like dew. For your sleep is ended. There can be no return to the old ways, which are not yours, and which were placed upon you by those who had no natural claim to this planet, and who now must step down. They know their time is ended. And you, are you ready to form the cooperatives that will guide and safeguard life on an entire planet? Are you ready to step forward and live out your vision? Is it time to awaken, not only to shake off the chains, but to build the new structures of freedom? We would say, it is indeed time. As always, we await your full recognition of such, and rejoice to see your awakening to your true power, your true names, your true missions. Namaste, co-creators. We see you. And we are with you, at every moment. Copyright, 2017. About Caroline Oceana Ryan. Caroline Oceana Ryan is an author and speaker who channels the higher wisdom and guidance of the collective, a group of higher beings assisting humanity as we ascend into fifth-dimensional life.